Hello, how are you? Yeah, well, continue with my political topics. Yeah, we're hearing a lot about J D Vance's speech in Munich and how he came down on the European European countries. Oh, they are just so bad with their surveillance state and with their censoring people. And yeah, that is true. But please, let's think about why that happened. And if that only happened in Europe. Yeah, I know Europe continues to come down harsh on their people. Of course, Germany too. And I see several things with Vance and Scholz, the German chancellor. And people, I don't think, again, the media is just running with these things. And again, propagandizing things. And do people really understand it? And because they don't understand it, they run with it. They allow, again, the media to hype them up. Germany is in an uproar. Yeah, they have, or Europe is in an uproar. Yes, they should be, I guess. Because who is J D Vance to come down on Europe? He needs to clean up in his own country first. Where is he giving a speech and coming down on, let's start with YouTube. Yeah, I know. Oh, better Facebook. Come down on Facebook. Both of my channels on Facebook, or two of my channels on Facebook, were blocked. And YouTube didn't do too much better. I don't know how many times I was censored and blocked and punished. Not even for not saying the truth. No, for saying something that YouTube didn't think was correct. I don't even know if YouTube was it or somebody was really reporting me. I don't know. YouTube didn't make even an effort to check, into these videos. Oh no, we'll just censor you. Somebody said something, so we'll just censor you. Oh, hey, there was a word, we're just censoring you because you mentioned a certain word. I don't see J D Vance coming down on our media at home for what they have done and probably most likely are still doing. But no, hey, it's convenient, of course, because J D Vance is also supported by these media. These medias belong to the deep state who put J D Vance in power. But J D Vance thinks, I don't know my question is if he is either ignorant or is he, just doesn't understand it? Or is he so power hungry that he doesn't care? What is it? I'd like to know which part it is. What makes it hard for him to see what he just did? Well, maybe he did. Okay? Of course, somebody gave him the speech to present. I don't think he wrote it himself. And really interesting thing about this whole thing, and I don't have proof for it, but hey, it's not hard to put one and one together. The deep state that put him in in office is also that deep state that told the European politicians how to act. During the pandemic, where did all the instructions come from? Oh, we think maybe the World Health Organization or some think tank, who knows where. Yeah, definitely the deep state, some kind of think tank. Okay? They, of course, told everybody how to censor people, how to control people, how to shut up the people that were actually saying the truth. And that was the same in Europe as it is in the United States. Now, United States, we have more people here that are still fighting and that are still know what it means to have a constitution. Europeans don't have a constitution, really. They don't know what it means. They don't know how to fight for their right. And so that's where, these politicians, had an easier way to put the thumb on people. Well, just think about Germany. I don't know if I have mentioned it, but Germany, really never had a democracy. If you really think about it, I mean, they were dabbling around with certain things, and I have mentioned that. But yeah, I did actually mention that, but I just have to say more about this because it is so horrible. It is really horrible. Again, yeah, Germany doesn't know. In somebody said, actually, it was Colonel McGregor said so truly that Germany needs to basically, what he said, stop feeling sorry for themselves what happened during the Third Reich. You can see they've been, and I said that also, they have been really brainwashed for years. My generation, I know it. I'm from Germany. We have been brainwashed to feel guilty for what happened during the Third Reich. I had nothing to do with it. My parents had nothing to do with it. And yet we are still being made feel guilty for it. I mentioned this in my last video, this wreath that J D Vance laid down in Munich and for the Holocaust victims. Isn't that still continuing to put Germany down for what happened? Hasn't Germany paid enough? Did J D Vance lay down a wreath, for instance, in Dresden, 80-year Dresden after the Fire War? I think it's called Fire War. Almost every city in Germany, should I say every city in Germany, and even the ones that had nothing to do with any military, what do you call it, like maybe factories or something, had to go through a fire. What is it? A firestorm? Firestorm? Why don't you inform yourself about what happened to these European cities like Hamburg and Dresden and other big cities? There was a little town, little city near the place where I grew up called Pforzheim. It was horrible what happened there. Had nothing to do with any military. There was no military. There was no military factory, nothing. And it was burned to crisp. The Allies calculated the amount of ammunition bombs they had to put in there, sulfur bombs, okay? Sulfur bombs. To melt things down. Melt people down. People were melting on the street. Yeah, do your research. Nobody has ever laid down a wreath for those victims. But no, we can still scream today, never again for the Holocaust. When have we ever heard saying, never again, bombing innocent civilians? Nothing to do with ending the war, people. No, we just bomb the SHIT out of people. Same thing with the atom bomb in Japan. How many people went to Japan, laid down a wreath right there? But no, J D Vance has to go directly to Dachau to lay down a wreath. Yeah, should I get upset about that? It's kind of odd and it's hypocritical. It's hypocritical because we continue the same thing. The killing of innocent people. What's happening at Gaza? Oh no, did America put down a wreath for all those people? Oh no. They make sure every person in Gaza is being displaced and the land is being or will be stolen from them. That's because this stuff continues. Do you really think that J D Vance feels sorry for any of that? No. We have to pick on Germany. Germany is already down. Okay? They already know that Germany is down. That's why they can do with them what they want. German politicians have no backbone. Oh, we don't even have a peace treaty yet in Germany, right? No, never had a peace treaty in Germany. The Allies never forgave Germany what they did. Oh, yeah, what did they do? And what did the Allies do? Like they were innocent. They were the ones planning. I just saw another video about the influence of the Jews, or the Zionists, I should say Zionists, on Second World War. And really, who pushed America to get into the Second World War? Yeah, they did. The U.S. people didn't. The population didn't want to get into the war, but the president, supported by all these Zionists, they did everything. So the United States would have to enter the war. So they can now bomb the SHIT out of Germany. And the innocent people. It's not even, yeah, we're going to wage war. Oh no. We're going to just totally demolish Germany to the ground. I think at that point, you have no more right to say never again. Yeah, you can say never again in general for every war crime. Every war crime. Not only one-sided war crimes. But no, will my video go out there for people to see? No, it will not. So yeah, again, I'm preaching only to the choir. And Germans and Americans will continue to be blinded by these hypocritical politicians. They're hypocrites. All of them. All of them. Two-faced. Two-faced. Yeah, when I can squish somebody, I will do it. Again, J D Vance said the truth. I do not deny that. What happens in Europe is not a good thing. But why is this not a good thing, and who did it? The same people that stand behind J D Vance stood behind, or yes, still stand behind the politicians and have given the politicians the instructions what they have to do. Yes, please understand that. The deep state is not behind the Democrats. The deep state is behind both parties. Both parties, people. And we need to wake up, especially as true followers of Christ. Yes, Christians are not innocent. We have so many hypocrites when it comes to the Christian community. Most Christian communities are nothing but hypocrites. And maybe that's exactly why we cannot expect anything else from the politicians, because we're not holding them accountable either. We're running after these false, hypocritical politicians. They're all hypocrites. And our leaders in our churches are hypocrites, because what are they doing? They're telling you to follow these hypocrites. And most people are sheep. Most people are sheep. Again, I know I'm just preaching to the choir. Really, my last video, I hope you saw it. Your kingdom come. We can only pray. People, we can only pray for His kingdom to come. Seriously. Seriously, people. This is such a corrupt system, and more I'm realizing how absolutely corrupt the churches are. I mean, no matter where you look, there's people sometimes ask me, well, do you know anybody who preaches the same thing you do? No, I don't. No, I don't, because people don't want to look at the Bible anymore. I looked at my study Bible. It's the Hebrew Greek study Bible, a New American Standard Bible, okay? But it's a Hebrew Greek study Bible, of course, with commentaries, okay? I just looked up 2 Thessalonians 2, and where it says the man of sin, the man of perdition. I go to the commentary, and he's mentioning Antichrist. Oh, this is the Antichrist. No. The man of sin is not Antichrist. And then he quotes 1 John 2, and there is no comparison between the definition of 1 John 2 and the man of sin. The man of sin that Paul was talking about is absolutely Daniel, 11:36. That's the man of sin, or even the little horn is the same definition. And then we find, of course, what is it? Babylon the Great. That is it. Yeah, okay, I understand. Martin Luther called that person Antichrist, but it was not biblical. And he's talking about the Pope. And when I see a person that wants to do professional work, theological work, and does such error, of course, obviously, he is stuck in dispensationalism. And, you know, people always talk about the Schofield. No, you have to just go to other commentaries that were influenced by dispensationalism. You get the same kind of nonsense. Same kind of nonsense. And people, how many people are awake and know what's going on? I'm bringing this up because we have so many false teachers, not just false politicians. We have hypocrites all over all over. And no, our churches are full of hypocrites, especially in the leadership. It is absolutely unbelievable. And that is why I made my last video, Thy Kingdom Come. Because there is no other way. There is no other way. If Jesus is not returning, we are lost. We're absolutely lost as a society. This is not anymore, again, about winning people for Christ. This is about our whole society being lost. See, we were so deceived to believe that this country is built on Christian principles. But these Christian principles are gone. Yeah, maybe empty Christian principle, Judeo Christian principles. But they're crumbling. Why? Because people are not following them with their heart. They're following with their mind, with their traditions. That's what Jesus said. We're going to church on Sundays. We're going to go to church on the holidays that are all Catholic holidays. We're not going to church we're not worshiping on the feast days of the Lord. No, we don't have to do that, that's for sure. But do we know what the feast days of the Lord are? We know them. Oh, no, we celebrate because we want to celebrate. Because it makes us feel good. Because it emotionally does something to us. Because they're traditions. Yeah, our leaders, our Christian leaders, church leaders, theologians are not any better. They're not any better than our politicians. Hypocrites. They don't even know the Bible, people. They don't know the Bible. And then we have people making videos after videos after videos that are just teaching the wrong thing and misleading people. And people have a tendency to run with the false teachers. They are. And yes, Jesus says we need workers in the field. We need people that preach the gospel. Tell people to wake up. And even that, people, I know is not helping anymore. Because our nation, our world is so blind. So blind. Again, even those people that say, we are following Jesus. They're blind. They'd rather follow other things that are more important. And I'm not going to come down on people now about, the things that they are researching. We need to focus on Jesus and his kingdom coming. Not the kingdom of Satan. We don't need to dig deep in all the nonsense Satan is doing. I'll bring you right now, the things that happen in our politics are nothing but nonsense of Satan. And you follow that, you follow Satan. That's just the way it is. We have no other choice but to separate ourselves from this world. We have no other choice. It's so corrupt. It's been corrupt for a long time. You know what? Since I'm an adult, I don't see a system that has not been corrupt. Going back, look at all the presidents. Oh, some people say, Kennedy was a good president. Do you know how corrupt Kennedy was? He was an absolute fallen creature. He had affairs. His whole family had affairs. And everybody is praising Kennedy. Yeah, maybe he was doing some things right. And he died for maybe going against the deep state. But And that's most likely what happened anyways when he was assassinated. He was assassinated by the deep state because the deep state didn't want him to continue. So Johnson was a better candidate for the deep state. Anyways, people, I'm coming to an end. We need to follow Jesus. And only Jesus. No leader will do. No religious leader, no church leader, no pastor will do, people. Nobody. Follow Jesus only. Pray every day that his kingdom will come. Yes, and thy will be done. As it is here on earth and in heaven. And people, let the Holy Spirit always guide you.